Hello, everybody. Great to have you here, whether no matter where you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, I am James, the founder of Baby DragonX Adventure, which I'm on the X. As you can see, though, it's called Tiny Dragon Scale because we don't have access to the original Baby Dragon X Adventure X anymore. There's a long story behind that one. However, we do keep updating here, and we are called Tiny Dragon Scale, but we still really are the Baby Dragon X Adventure. So what we're here to talk about today is the DAO proposals that we have put together in preparation for going omni-chain. So there's a separate video on OmniChain. It's about a 10, 12-minute video, and we will be linking to that later. If you're ever unclear about anything, stop by the Telegram. All the answers are in the Telegram. We've got great moderators in there. Most of the time, 24 hours a day. If you ask a question and we don't get right back to you, guaranteed we will get back to you and answer your questions. So we are going to talk about three proposals, and we have tweeted about it. This will be This will be pinned tomorrow, but right now it's just our next available tweet here. So when you click on this tweet, you're going to see kind of a description here. The three different proposals. The first two are about Baby Dragon X Future Rewards Wallet. The second one is about the buy and burn for Baby Dragon X. And the third is the scale, buy, and burn settings. So whenever you're in here, you may be saying, okay, well, what do I do first? So what you'll do whenever you go in to vote, you can actually either look at the screenshot, take a look at it first, and you can actually hit the link. The link will take you to the voting. So we're not going to be voting from this particular browser, but I'm going to just show you what it looks like. So the first one is going to look like this. If you like dark mode, just click that little dark mode button up there. It'll take you right to it. So the first snapshot is about the future rewards wallet. The second voting will be for the buy and burn. So this one's already on dark mode. Very, very nice. And then the third one is for scale. You can see we've separated them here. You'll know the image. If you don't want to click the link, right away, you just want to kind of look at the picture. We took a picture of it. So there you are. And when you actually click the link, you'll be able to go to the website where you can vote. Notice there's a login button. I'm not logged in on this browser because this particular browser, in this wallet, there is no Baby Dragon X or any scale, so I wouldn't be able to vote. So I mentioned omni-chain before. There are four protocols going omni-chain. Of course, we've got Baby Dragon X and Scale from the Dragon X Adventure. But there's also our partner Helios. They are going omni-chain with their HLX token, the dude. Everyone knows the dude. And the Element 280 protocol, which it is Element that is going over as E280. You can see one of their top tweets here, they're talking about going omni-chain as well. So you can find out anything you want to know about HLX and E280. You can always go to the Helios Telegram. They have a whole list of topics over there. You ask your questions, you'll get all your responses that you need from there. So let's move over into the actual voting. So first of all, I am showing you what's called the Dragon Horde. So when you go over to Baby Dragon X, I'm not on the first page, I'm not on the first splash screen, but that gives a little bit of history into Baby Dragon X. If you're not too familiar, go to the first page, check it out, and see where the Baby Dragon X came from, what our story is, and all that type of thing. What I'm showing you here is actually the full the full Dragon Horde. So in the Dragon Horde, we've got obviously the marketing wallet. We've got the grant wallet, which is pretty low because we've obviously just paid for everything for OmniChain, and the future rewards wallet. Future rewards wallet is just has mostly baby DragonX in it and a little bit of DragonX, and we'll talk about those in each of these proposals. We're actually going to do votes live. So you recall the one of the first buttons we hit, or one of the first links we hit, would take us to the proposal for the usage of the future rewards wallet. So I'm not going to read these to you line by line. Everyone here can read. What I'm here to show you is kind of how the voting works, because you may not be too familiar with a DAO. You may not be too familiar, how does this work? The nice thing about Snap box or snapshot is there is no gas required. So that's really, really nice. What is the first proposal? So the first proposal is for the usage of the future rewards wallet. So you can see your voting power here in your wallet, or the voting power of the wallet. This particular wallet only has 2.8 billion. This is not the future rewards wallet. The wallet we're voting from is the Dragon Horde wallet, which only has 2.8 billion. The Future Rewards wallet is from a different wallet, and as of today, it has 6.5 billion baby DragonX and about 173 million DragonX, which of course we would swap for baby DragonX. There are 3 options for you to select from. So the 3 options are: use 50% of the future rewards wallet. So that would be about 3.25 billion to mint the new token. The second option is to use 75% of the 6.5 billion. And the third option would be to use 100% of this 6.5 billion, which will be a little bit more because we're going to be swapping this DragonX. So what you do is just make sure your wallet is connected. If you're not connected, it'll say login over here. So login just means connect wallet. So all you have to do is just connect your wallet. Your wallet name or your wallet will be sticking up there. And then you will see your voting power. If you had 100 million baby DragonX in there, BDX, it would show you voting power. If you had 5 billion in there, it would show your voting power. You can actually take a look at each of these before you vote. You could use 50% of the BDX in the Future Rewards wallet, cast your vote there, or use 75%, or use 100%. So there is quite a bit of baby DragonX. Let's go over to the stats page just really, really quickly. Hopefully this won't take too long to load. So let's just take a look at how much baby DragonX is actually out there. It's quite a bit. And we are not a top holder of baby DragonX. We are certainly not a top holder of baby DragonX. There are whales that are way above us. So let's let that stats page load while we go back to the actual voting, and we will come back to that. So this first proposal for future rewards. So we are going to vote to use 75% of the BDX in the future rewards wallet. So we are going to cast our vote. It looks like some people have already voted. Look at that. Somebody with 8 billion, some or all people with 8 billion. We'll talk through that. Let's see. I don't know people had already voted. So let's cast our vote. Read the terms of service, before you are continuing. Feel free to click that terms of service and understand what that means. And then you get to see, first of all, confirm that is your vote you want. And then you see your voting power. If you'd like to list anything here, you are welcome to say anything you want, whether it's about the project or about the vote in particular. You are welcome up to 5,000 characters. So we are going to just click confirm here. We're not going to enter anything in there. Even though it doesn't cost any gas, it does have to be signed by your wallet because that's how you confirm on the blockchain. Something went wrong. Well, when you're doing things live, something always goes wrong. Let's try it again. So let's just try a refresh. Sometimes a refresh fixes things. I think it's possible I know why, because I did something. I turned off my antivirus to make sure that we didn't have any glitches. So maybe it was still confused about like IP addresses and such. So let's try to vote again. So we are still in the future wallet, 75%. Let's just try this vote again. And it looks like that's probably what it was. The reason I turned off the antivirus just for this short video is because I didn't want to pop up over here. These pop-ups always, it's just a bit of annoying. How long is this vote? Good question. So the voting started a few hours ago. We posted it right away in the Telegram, and we are now making the quick video for this. So the voting started, and of course, this is UTC local time for me here over in Southeast Asia. So the voting started, of course, on the 13th, and it is a 72-hour vote, 3 full days. And you can see exactly when it's going to stop. So you can see actually like the local time. I don't know what that'll say for you. You gotta check to see what this is for your particular local time. So my vote is in, and we can take a look at the current results. So 50%, 8 billion worth of voting has requested 50% of BDX to be minted for the B88, and it looks like I'm probably one of the first voters for 75%. So we will let's go back and see if the Dragon page has loaded the stats page. Doesn't look. Oh, there we go. Finally, things load. So the total supply. Let's just scroll down here. You can always look at these for people like pie charts. Let's look at the actual numbers though. So Baby DragonX stats. Right now there is 107 billion of the total supply. So you can see the team does not own a majority, not even close, of the full Baby Dragon, the BDX supply. So proposal number 1 has been voted for. We are done. Proposal number 2. We might as well just refresh this page before we get onto it. All right, so the proposal for setting the buy and burn. Now what's this? So the buy and burn is over here on the Baby Dragon X page. This one loads a little bit faster, thank goodness. So right now there's $18,000 worth of DragonX and buy and burn, which is about 20 billion. We've listed that in the proposal, that the buy and burn is that link, and there's 20 billion DragonX currently in there. There are 3 options for the buy and burn, and we're going a little bit conservative on this. We know that 100% of people will not be, wanting to mint all of the BDX over into Omnichain. We know there will be a portion. I think a lot of people will want to though, because there's going to be a lot of benefits to being over on Omnichain. However, some people love their BDX and they're not going to move it over. Or they may put some BDX, half of their BDX in one wallet, half their BDX in another wallet, and vote 2 different ways. That's also an option. So in this one, the options are 3 different options. First, turn on the buy and burn and use 10% of the balance spread over 7 days. Second option, turn on the buy and burn and use 25% of the balance and make that over 14 days. Third option is turn on the buy and burn and use 50% of the balance over 21 days. So this is a very, very low option, kind of a medium option, and a very high option. So we have decided to only go the medium option for our vote. So we have to scroll up here. I was clicking on results before we even voted. So you can see that same person or that same wallet with 8 billion, they have voted for a low buy and burn. So you can kind of get their idea, their thinking. So we are going to go with this 2.8 billion of voting power. We're going to go to the 25% mark. And we are going to vote with our voting power and confirm. We also want buy and burn for the regular BDX to be available. So that's why we don't want to choose 50%. We definitely want buy and burn available. Right now DragonX has taken a bit of a dip in price. A lot of the tokens, a lot of the protocols on TitanX are at kind of lower than they were before. However, we also believe we're pretty bullish that things are going to be turning around. Going omni-chain is only the first step of what will do that. So we've now voted on our second one. Third and final vote is for scale. Now on scale, the team does hold more. Let's look at the stats. So we have held some scale out. We've obviously created the LPs. We've got multiple LPs with scale, 5 different LPs. So there's scale with BDX, there's scale with DragonX, there's scale with Element, scale with AwesomeX, and then there's just one last one. So those are 5 separate LPs, but we have a lot of loose scale, should I say, loose in into the Dragon Horde wallet. And as you can see, we've got 61 billion of voting power here. So let's wait for the stats to pop up here. You can see that 61 billion looks like a large number, but you'll find that it's not a very large percent, honestly. So let's come back to this one whenever it finally loads. Now, sometimes it takes a little time. So the options here. Now, here's the thing. A little bit of history about scale. So when we created scale, we had something called the shed, SHED. So we used the shed to start Hydra miners. Now, when Hydra first launched, it was very bullish. We were able to take $10,000 worth of miners and turn it into $18,000, which was fantastic. We turned that into grant fund money so that we would be able to pay the devs and the auditors and continue marketing and such. So unfortunately, though, Hydra did not continue its really bullish manner. So not only did we not get a lot of DragonX from the miners, also DragonX price, like a lot of the other tokens, have also dropped. So there's not a lot in the Shed wallet at this time. So there's only 1 billion DragonX there. Let's see if the stats has loaded yet. Doesn't look like it. Oh, here we go. So the scale supply, there's quite a bit of scale out there. So the total supply is 800 billion. Now, quite a bit of that is already in LPs, so that's not liquid supply. And then there is the scale reserve. You can always, if you haven't done this already, you can always drop your wallet here and check reflections to see how much reflections that you have amassed during that. However, we're not here to talk about all those things. We are here to finish the proposals just to show you how super, super easy it is and no gas charge. So because the number is so small, so from the Shed wallet, we will not be starting any more Hydra miners, obviously, because number one, there is no more additional funds coming out of Shed. We meant this to be a sustainable type protocol where we would set up Hydra miners, and then we would use some for buy and burns. We would use some to start up new miners. Well, we gave ourselves in the community very high flexibility to be able to make sure we did the best decisions possible. So because of market conditions and there not being very much in Shed, we are going to vote to use all 100%. It's only about, let's see the buy and burn. We'll let the buy and burn. It's only like $1,600. It's really not that much. So while the buy and burn is loading that we can take a look, we will do our vote. So just two options here. So we are going to use this wallet with 61 billion voting power to vote to use 100%. We will use the DragonX in that wallet, swap it to Element, and then we will send it to the buy and burn contract, and then we will do a buy and burn depending on what the vote comes out at. So if the vote comes out, the majority of the voting comes out for 50% and 7 days, we will do that. If the option comes out for 100% in 14 days, of course, we'll select that option. The team is going to select 100% because it's really not that much. And we are going to vote. Has anyone else voted? Yep, looks like 22 billion has already voted for 50%. So we are going to cast our vote here. You can see it's pretty fast, even though over here in Southeast Asia in the evening, our internet actually gets a lot slower, but you can see it's pretty fast. That's it. We have finished. So let's take a look back here. Let's see if this buy and burn will finally load. And as you can see, the total scale burned has only been about 1,500. That was burned during the launch party, so it was a very small amount. Whenever you buy and burn scale, there's a little bit of Helios burned at the same time, very small percentage. So the total amount of element 280 in the buy and burn is $1,200. That's actually in the buy and burn now. So depending on the vote, how it comes out, there will be additional element 280 sent into the buy and burn, and then that will enable us to do a 7 or a 14-day buy and burn. You don't have to worry about these, numbers counting down because the buy and burns are currently turned off. The community voted to have them turned off. That's it. Easy as that. If you have any questions, we encourage you to stop by our Telegram. There's a lot of very knowledgeable community members there, first of all, and we've always got our moderators. And I stop in there every day as much as possible and check in on the community, ask how everyone's doing, and that type of thing. So thank you very much for your time. We are going to end this on the Tiny Dragon Scale X handle. We encourage you to follow us again. We know it's been a rough ride. We know that this is our third X that we've had. One of our X's had 3,800 followers. So that was a terrible thing whenever that was suspended. So that was unfortunate. However, please do follow us. We'd love to get this back up to the 300, the 500, or 1,000 mark. So number one, thank you for your time. If you have any questions about voting, about DAOs, stop into the Telegram. And we appreciate you and have a great rest of your week. You have a little less than 72 hours to vote, probably somewhere in the 60s right now. So take care of yourself, and we will see you in Telegram. Bye now.